Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Spiritual Transformer. So, today I want to post something. I may have cracked the code, maybe a code, not the code. The code to, I guess, just being happy and living a joyful life. So, yesterday I had a really good conversation with a friend at work. And he and I have had many of these conversations, but this one is by far one of the best. And we jive on a lot of things, and we spoke about one of my favorite topics, extraterrestrials. And we were talking about ETs, and I was having like a great time with the chat. It was a great chat. And when I was done, I could still feel the buzz. You know how, when you have an amazing communication with just about anybody, you walk out of that communication like feeling energized. That's exactly what happened to me. I had so much energy from this amazing conversation that, well, I had to kind of walk it off. Like, I had to stand up, start pacing around a little bit because I just had like so much buzz just from talking about extraterrestrials. Yeah. So, and then it kind of hit me. It kind of hit me like, what if I can keep this energy up for the entire day? Is that even possible? And I think it I think it may be. It could take some doing, but it might be. Because imagine for a moment, theoretically, that right after I had this amazing conversation with my friend at work, I immediately have another one. Like, let's just say with my wife or something, right? And then after that, immediately I have another amazing conversation with someone else, another friend of mine, or maybe even with a stranger down the street. I mean, a neighbor, who knows, right? If a person can keep up these amazing strings of conversations all day and they get a buzz from it each time and they get that real energy flowing each time, then isn't it possible to, well, feel great, feel energized, feel buzzed for like the entire day, like without the use of drugs and all that? Like, that's just in theory, right? And that kind of got me thinking. Of course, it's not possible to have multiple conversations about extraterrestrials with multiple people, bam, 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 on a row. I get that. It's not possible. But what about something else? What about if, after I had this amazing conversation with my friend, I play some video games, which is something I immensely enjoy. And then right after that, I go and build a model kit, which is also another something that I enjoy a lot. And I just keep that buzz going throughout the entire day, keep that energy going. And yeah, of course, it's also kind of not practical because, like I was saying, I had this conversation with a friend of mine at work, which means, yes, I was on the clock. So after that little break, I have to go back to work. And of course, it's when it comes to work, it's not always really easy to keep that energy up. In fact, work has a tendency to drain me. By the time like I work the night shift, and even by the time like 7 p.m. rolls around, I get off at 9:30. 7 p.m., 8 p.m. rolls around, I'm exhausted, just bloody exhausted. And so yeah, I get it. It's hard to keep that energy up, especially when you're doing something that you're only really doing to keep yourself fed and housed and all that, right? So I totally understand that, but what if, what if it's possible to get that same kind of buzz from doing work? Yeah, I know it's hard, but maybe just grow an appreciation for what it is you do, or maybe grow an appreciation for the people you're working with, the people you're doing the work with, right? Maybe with a little reprogramming of the mind, a little bit of twisting of reality, you can maybe make work not so much the dredging of the deep sea as it could be. Maybe if just all it takes is just an ounce of gratitude and an ounce of appreciation here and there, and maybe work would not be so bad. So imagine that. Imagine like I get off this amazing conversation. I still have a buzz, and I do work, but I appreciate it. I try to put in that energy of gratitude into it, and I won't say I maintain that buzz, but I maintain some kind of neutrality. And then right after work, I do something else. Maybe I eat a good meal with my wife, which is what I do after work actually, or I watch some anime, which is what I also do after work actually on good days, and just get on with the rest of the day and just do stuff that I enjoy. So maybe I can keep some kind of, that buzz, that energy going throughout the day. And even if I can't find it within me to really appreciate work, really love it, like I can still, like immediately after work, look for something that does give me a buzz, something that does keep my energy up, right? Like I think maybe one of the biggest traps is like you go do work, and after work, maybe whatever it is that happened in the office or whatever kind of got you down, and you just feel nasty for the rest of the night. Maybe there's just a way to put that aside for a while. You know, the job is gonna be still there in the morning, hopefully, right? And you're gonna have plenty of chances to gripe about work while you're working. So when you're not actually doing something, work, you can just relax, do something else, and just to keep that energy going. You have a great conversation with a buddy at work, then you do the work, and then after that, you keep up your energy by doing something you enjoy. I know this is still all very theoretical because a lot of people, you know, they work and then they have to do chores, maybe take care of the kids and whatnot. It's hard, and but maybe there's a way to connect all the good stuff together. Like, you have a great conversation, you do work, you take your kids, and then you watch a movie or something, and you try to get that energy back up. I and I really think that might be cracking the code to happiness, and it's just to find a thing that uplifts you and move towards it. In other words, it's a little bit like chasing your passions, right? You bounce from one thing that lights you up to another thing that lights you up, and the stuff in between that may not light you up, you sort of apply some mental twisting in a way that maybe you can, if not light you up, then at least it doesn't get you down. And if one can maintain that throughout the entire day, maybe something to it. Like today is a Saturday, and thank God I don't have to go to work, but I still have a bit of that buzz from yesterday, believe it or not, because I'm consciously keeping it up. I mean, oh shoot, what did I do? Like after work, yeah, I had dinner with my wife, chit chat and all that, and that keeps the energy going. And then after that, I take a shower. No, I watch some anime, which keeps the high going. Showered. The shower is always nice. Keep yourself clean. Keep that buzz going. And then I don't have any kids, so I got nothing to worry about there. And I think I build models afterwards, and then after that I play video games. And yeah, it's a pretty leisurely life, but hey, I designed it that way, I and because of that, I mean it's also a Friday night, so I go easy on myself, and yeah, I managed to somehow keep that buzz going today. I slept in, man. I slept until like 1 p.m., man. I don't really care. I'm tired from a week of work. I'm dead. And so I slept in, and yeah, I woke up. I took a walk. I got some food outside from just fast food, nothing big deal. And I walk home. I took the scenic route home. There's a nice quiet street near my place that I could just walk along if I want, and it's nice and quiet, and it kept the energy going. Lots of trees and stuff like that. And here I am making this video, and I still have that kind of like buzz going. So in a way, I've kind of had my energy moving through me like at a relatively high rate, like relatively high vibration. Since that conversation yesterday and all the way till now, I haven't really had a down moment yet. I even managed to get through work just fine, funny enough. And I don't expect it to last forever, but I'm gonna keep it up for as long as I can. Like somewhere down the line, I'm gonna get this buzz down. Maybe I get stuck in traffic tomorrow, if I drive tomorrow, or I don't know. Maybe it rains on me tomorrow when I'm trying to take a walk or something, right? Like there may be something in the future that'll take me down, but yeah, like it might be possible to just keep this buzz going with some luck and some good planning and just focusing on your passion and focusing on the stuff you enjoy. Just keep it up forever if you can. And I think the ultimate challenge, right? Because we're talking about doing things we enjoy to keep the energy going, to keep the buzz high, to keep the vibration rapid. And what if the ultimate challenge is just simply to find the joy in life? You're alive, and that's all. That's it. That's it. Like no more, no less. You're alive. You're on this earth. You're breathing. You ain't dead, and that's it. You derive joy just from being alive. I think that's the ultimate state. I mean, if we're talking about bouncing from one passion to another throughout the day to maintain a high vibe, then the ultimate test would just be getting a high vibe just for being alive, just from being grateful to be walking on this earth, just be grateful for a chance to live, especially in the time that we live in today. And I think that might be what enlightenment is really. I think if people can master that, then that's it. Like for a while, that's the peak for a while. There's always something more, but if we can get to that point, I think that's it. You're ultimately happy. You're happy all day. You're happy every day. You're happy no matter what happens. You're in joy and in love and in peace, and you're pretty much enlightened at that point, I think. And if one can do it, if one can just derive joy just from being alive, no matter what they do, I think that's the ultimate goal. And you know what? I think I'm gonna bloody try. That should be my goal too. And if I ever get there, I'll let you know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been the Spiritual Transformer, and I wish you well, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.